What's good, y'all, and welcome to my review for this week's episode of Dragon Ball Super. Yeah! It's been some time since I've last been here on this chair that I am currently sitting on, talking about Dragon Ball Super. Been gone for about 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Tsunami's schedule has changed, obviously. Naruto Shippuden, unfortunately, got moved back. I mean, I'm going to still keep watching Naruto Shippuden because the reason why I never really started watching Naruto Shippuden was because it was on so late. I was like, never mind, I'm not. But since I already started watching, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to keep watching this because we are. I mean, I don't know how long this filler arc they're currently on, whether on the bow is going to last till we get to the 4th grade Ninja War stuff, but I'm like, you know what, the 4th grade Ninja War stuff's coming on there. I want to see Madara, I want to see Kakashi vs. Obito, Naruto vs. Sasuke, so you know what, fuck it, I'll stick around. So, I'm going to keep talking. But speaking of Naruto, Boruto this week. Boruto was actually kind of interesting this week. With, we had, this was all about, we're learning a little bit more. We learned a lot about, what the hell is that dude's name? The dude with the stretchy arms. His name is slipping my mind right now. Mutsuki. Mutsuki was his name. Mutsuki. So, he comes over to the place and they ask him, hey, do you hate your father? Do you hate Naruto? Do you hate Hokage? And at first he's like, I don't know. He doesn't really get a first answer. That's when Hinata tells him, hey, dinner's ready. But before that, he's just constantly bitching and moaning about how Naruto's a terrible father. He's a deadbeat dad. He never helps around the house. But Hinata's doing everything. Yada, yada, yada. He's just bitching and moaning about how Naruto is a terrible father, which we know is far from the case. He's certainly a far better father than Goku is. And Sasuke, because you don't see him trying to kill his kids. So when he gets in dinner, Naruto actually shows up a little bit early at home. Yay, Naruto's back home. But then, oh no, because Naruto has responsibilities, as the Hokage, to keep the village from destruction, from destroying itself, to keep the village from crumbling. He's like, sorry, I have to go, because he has to handle this whole ghost that's been going on in this current arc of Boruto right now. So Boruto's like, oh, why are you leaving? Not this again. You're never around. Fuck you. He doesn't say fuck you, but he might as well just say fuck you. Runs out like a little bitch. Mutsuki goes after and follows him, and they says, you know what? You're right. I hate my father. He's never around. He's never around. What's the Hokage anyway? Hokage this. Hokage that. He is just, oh my god, I hate Boruto. I fucking hate this kid. And I can kind of understand where Boruto's coming from a certain point. Because again, he grew where he's grown up. He grew up with Naruto always being around. He grew up with his father being there. So when Naruto does become Hokage, he can't be home all the time. So in a way, I do understand where Boruto's coming from. But at this point, he's been bitching and moaning so much. I'm just like, boy, shut the fuck up. Do you not understand the responsibilities your father has as a Hokage to keep the village from crumbling, to keep the village in check? And also, can someone please explain to me why nobody has sat down Boruto and told him Naruto's history? Why hasn't Hinata done it? Why hasn't Sakura, Sasuke, Kakashi, Iruka-sensei, hell, even Konohamaru? Why have none of them told him and sat down and said, listen, Boruto, I'm going to tell you about your father and how much of a badass he is and why you should be lucky you even have a dad? And because then that would be my biggest flaw with Boruto, would be wiped away, clean slate, and then I'm like, alright, now we're getting somewhere. But no, we gotta keep this over and over about how Boruto thinks Naruto's a terrible dad, and it's just so insufferable. I hate this kid. Why hasn't nobody told him? Please, somebody enlighten me. And why nobody has gone to tell Boruto to just shut up and listen, and here's the backstory of your father. Seriously, why hasn't nobody done that? Bless Hinata's soul for having to deal with this kid, because I don't know what Hinata's getting from that she understands it in his own way, because I can tell you, that boy doesn't understand shit. Anyway, enough jibber jabber and me bitching and moaning about Boruto. Overall, I did like Boruto this week, but Boruto's character, just not a fan with him constantly bitching and moaning. Anyway, let's get into this week's episode. So we start this episode off. We got Goku. He's heading over to Mr. Saiyan's place, try to wake up Boo, because as we know, 2 weeks ago, actually, Boo fell asleep, took a nap, and then, he's out. He's pretty much hibernating for about 2 months, meaning that he's out of the tournament. So they get over there, they get to Mr. Satan place. Goku's like, hey, where is he? They go over there, and Boo has gained back all his weight that he lost when we last saw him. Where he was pretty much in his Super Boo form. Now it's meant to be in the traditional Fat Boo. So I guess the man has hit 15 all-you-can-eat buffets between that time and here. Either that or he gained it back while he was sleeping. Anyway, so Goku comes over there. The room's a mess, and this like I tried everything. I tried loud noises with instruments. We see some bunch of instruments with I think there was a trombone in there. I think I saw in there. I think there was a trombone. I think was in there. He's like, I've tried some of his favorite foods with dipping sauce, and I still can't find nothing. Nothing's working, Goku. And then Mr. Saiyan, I swear, I've never seen something so stupid come out of this man's mouth. And Goku tries to wake him up. He can't really. We don't even really see try Goku. Like for some reason, Goku doesn't just try shaking him or slapping him around or using him as a punching bag. Like there are so many things. Like they use loud noises and instruments. But why didn't they try cold water? That's an easy way to wake anybody up. Just throw freezing cold water on their face. Bam, that's gonna wake them up. Why doesn't Goku try and just I don't know, use him as a punching bag to try and wake him up? There's so many things Goku could have tried that he doesn't use any of them. And he just looks at him and is like, okay, I give up. Goku, you're not gonna try the other options that are available? No, because we gotta put Frieza in here. Because we need to have Frieza always be a mainstay of Dragon. Because God forbid anyone forgets about Lord Frieza. Which I got something to say about Frieza later on. I'll talk about Frieza then. Because I got something to say about him. So they're like, okay, I give up. I don't know what to do. He won't wake up. Never mind the fact that he didn't try any of the other options like I just mentioned. So Beerus is yelling at him like, I'll come over there and wake his ass up if it killed me. If I have to. He's like, and then I love how Whis throws it right back in his face and says, my lord, for someone that sleeps for decades at a time, that's kind of hypocritical of you to say. He's like, how are we gonna fill the slump when there's only one and 3 hours left? And then he starts anger eating and starts chewing on this. I don't even know what this piece of meat he got. Which as much shit I give Toei for what they have done and them as just a studio in general, I won't lie, those guys are experts at making food look tasty. Now I would say JC Staff probably does a better job at it because they have Food Wars, but Toei, goddamn, those motherfuckers always make me hungry. I'm after every time I see some food in Dragon Ball Super, I'm always low-key start getting hungry. So I'll give Toei that. Speaking of giving Toei their due props, after that, we actually head over back to, I believe, the third news. We head over to Cybertron. Yes, I'm calling it Cybertron because it looks like Cybertron, and something in the plants made out of metals. Either that or Death Star, so I stick with Cybertron. We go to Cybertron, and the third universe is we got the Supreme Kai, we got the God of Destruction there, and as well the Angel. The God of Destruction for the third universe is actually a robot. And so we got this dude. I love this man's design. This dude's, I forget, it was Demora, I believe his name was. I love this dude's design. But judging from the fact that and then he goes on, talks about this robot he has, and then so he's like, just from your appearance alone, you will give us victory for the third universe. Demori, I think his name was. Demori. So, and then he talks about this robot he has, talks about different features, it actually has these razor sharp claws that can stick to any surface and it won't budge. He jumps up in the air and just sticks his claws in there and they don't move. And he's like, this will keep him from getting a ring out, but for some freak nature, if he does get out there, he can use these to get back in the ring to avoid a ring out. And he's like, okay, what happens if his arms get chopped off? And he's like, never mind, never fear. He has super suction cups on him that can suck up anything. We see him in these tables and chairs kind of come up to them. So these are some powerful suction cups. So they're also the dude's got is all ready. He actually thought of everything for the third universe to win. Now, judging from the fact that this is the first time I've really seen this guy, I've never heard of him before. I am assuming this dude does not last long in the tournament. I wouldn't be surprised he's one of the first people to get eliminated in the Tournament of Power when it starts up. But yeah, I love the dude's design. I like the robot's design, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to see how long the third universe lasts. Because like I said, I love this man's design. So then we head over back to where Gohan and the crew are. They're just chilling, waiting for Goku to show up, come back, and hopefully come back with Boo. Krillin's trying just pacing around to be like, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that 10 million Zenny. We then go back to K-Shop Vegeta, charges up, goes Super Saiyan, and blows up the Hyperbolic Time Chamber again. Vegeta, my man, my dude. Must you always destroy it whenever you train? Can't you leave the Hyperbolic Time Chamber in peace for once, in one piece for once? No? Okay. So, and they're like, oh, and then Piccolo's like, Lord, I swear, if he blew up the Hyperbolic Time Chamber one more time, I swear. And then some girl's like, he looked forward to getting that 10 million Zen, but it's like, I should look forward to 18 is taking my cut as well. She's taking my cut. Piccolo's like, whoa, what's this about this 10 million Zenny? And you got Tien be like, oh yeah, man, he said he was gonna give us 10 million Zenny. And Gohan doesn't even try to stop him. He doesn't like, oh yeah, it's fine. He just kind of sits there and lets it all happen. Lets it all go down. So then Piccolo says, y'all got played. There is no money. There is no money for this tournament. I was like, what? So then we head over to our Kaba with Caulifla, and Kale hide behind some pillars, but like she's Hinata. So she's hiding there, and Kaba's teaching her how to go Super Saiyan. And I liked how they actually did this. And this was probably my favorite part of the episode, was this whole segment. And so, he goes Super Saiyan, Caulifla is enamored, so, oh my god, so cool, teach me. She wants to know how to go, Super Saiyan. And once that happens, right when he goes Super Saiyan, and she's like, teach me. She's like, yeah, I learned it from a warrior by the name of Vegeta, and I don't got all the ins and outs done, but I think I can help you. So he does it like the first arc, which is what we all knew would is always like help you to get to Super Saiyan, as well as always get higher power level throughout Dragon Ball. I mean, just look at Trunks. Like his latest form is legit called Super Saiyan Rage. So, or Future Trunks, I should say. So he first tries to insult him, oh yeah, you're weird. It's like, what? And you're stupid. It's like, huh? Is this your idea of a joke? And gets right up in face. He's like, no, this is a part of comments. Like, bed, like, please. He looks like, please don't hurt me. She's like, no, it's all part of the training, so it doesn't work. And then he goes with the other way, which this is a way that we've never seen before in Dragon Ball, where to summon to go Super Saiyan, Kaba concentrates his energy all into like the middle part of like the top of his back. And I like these little particles that they come together when he transforms. I thought that was a really nice touch. I really dug Toei doing that. And she's like, oh, why did you teach me that way? And he says, because it doesn't work the first time. I love the way how Kaba said, because that's so true. Nobody has unlocked Super Saiyan from being calm. It's Goku, it was after Krillin says. Vegeta, it was because Goku outstaged him so much. For Gohan, it was, I think, Frieza. Yeah, it was Frieza for him too. Who else? Trunks and Goten, Goten it was after his mom was insulting him, as well as Goku for so long. Kid Trunks, I forget, I don't even know how he unlocked Super Saiyan. For Future Trunks, we know it was after the death of Future Gohan, with that beautiful scene that I loved, and I love that scene from that when Future Trunks goes Super Saiyan. I love that scene, how it was done in the Trunks special. How it wasn't super was pretty good, but I also prefer how it was in the Trunks special. I didn't even really see the Trunks special in its entirety. I just seen that one clip, and so we know it's always been out throughout anger. Never has it been through calm. Someone's being calm. It's like the same thing with like the Sharingan. They never unlock it when they're calm. They always let it air. Like Sasuke, I think he unlocked his Sharingan was after all the stuff with Itachi happened, right? I think, and granted, Sadara was the one extent because I think she unlocked her Sharingan through happiness because she was gonna meet Sasuke again. But then when she gets there, she's met by Sasuke trying to kill her. I saw that, I was like, bro, Sasuke, come on, you can't recognize your own daughter? Come on, man, I thought Goku was a bad father. Anyway, so she does it through that method with concentrate on her back. Particles come together, she transforms, she's going to keep her life for like a second, and she's like, oh yeah, now we're talking. And he's like, okay, try again, but keep it on much longer. So she does it again, and this time she didn't keep it on much longer. She's like, got her hair flying and everything. And then she's like, oh yeah, I can get used to this. And so then he's like, so then she creates this Kai blast in her hands, fires in, of course. Big old like the weird thing is, because Kaba and Caulifla act like Super Saiyan is like the greatest form out there, when we know, in all honesty, compared to the other forms out there, it's definitely not that strong. Now, granted, for the guys in Universe 6, it is strong, and I can see why they're acting like that. Because remember, Super Saiyan damn near made Frieza shit himself back in the Frieza side when he like heard the legends of the Super Saiyan. He then made Frieza damn near shit himself. So it's weird because we're so used to seeing like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Ultra Instincts that people losing their shit over just base Super Saiyan. It's almost kind of Loki kind of. I can't help but kind of like laugh to myself for a little bit just because like we know it's not all that powerful compared in the grand scheme of things. But for Universe 6 it is. Anyway, so after she gets Master, she actually fires her Kai blast and everything. She's like, okay, how do I go back to my base form? And she's like, oh yeah, just relax the part, just release that tingling sensation you feel, and you'll go back to normal. So she doesn't, gets back to her base form, and then we got Kale, and then she's like, yo, Kale, come on out there, I know you're behind them rocks, come on. And so she comes out, and she's like, oh, sorry. She's like, okay, yo, Kale, it's your turn now to unlock Super Saiyan. She's like, no, it's too hard. And I'm sitting there being like, what? Woman, speak up, please. You're Broly. Have some confidence. What? I'm like Stone Cold Steve Austin. She says, I'm like, what? What? Speak up, woman. So, yeah, like, I swear. Like, I'm like, how is this woman Broly again? Now, granted, we know that Broly now. We're actually going to get the true Broly in the Broly movie, which actually, Toonami actually played a little TV spot during the commercial breaks for Super. I'm excited for the movie. I'm probably going to have to end up pirating it, in all honesty, just because I'm probably not going to be able to see the movie in theaters, and I don't feel like waiting for the Blu-rays. So I'll probably end up pirating it, and when I ever see you guys, we'll see a movie review of it when I do eventually go see the Broly movie. Anyway. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the Broly, and I gotta give my man Sean Shivels credit. But like, when that man was screaming, it was that clip where he's like in his base, it's like in Super Saiyan God form, and then he's like charging him to go Super Saiyan Blue, and it's like, and he acts like it's like his first time trying to go Super Saiyan Blue. He's like, we even see his hair kind of low-key go in Ultra Instincts for like a split second before he like shows like and then goes Super Saiyan Blue. So, alright. So after the whole thing, we get back to our man Goku. He's making his way back to where everyone else is, where then everyone has turned their backs to him, and Goku's like, hey everybody, what's good, what y'all doing? And so then Krillin comes in and is like, we know that you were lying to us about that 10 million Zay. He's like, oh no, that's like, and so he and so I'm assuming, and so they spill the beans. He tells like, yeah, there is no pride, but he tries to like get his way out of it by like, oh, I'll give you the money. I'll borrow it from. I got Mr. Saiyan gave us a shit ton of money, so I can use that. And I love it. He says, we all know your woman runs your house, and I'm like, wait, Goku, you tell me Chi-Chi runs this house? She's the man of the house? I'm sorry, Goku, shouldn't you be the one that's wearing the pants here, not that bitch Chi-Chi? Or shouldn't you be the man of the house? What, are you letting Chi-Chi upstage you? She ain't Becky Lynch, she ain't the man! Come on, Goku. Stand up to her. She's a bitch anyway. And so she never will let him do it. And then he tried to ask Bulma for and borrow the 10 million. I'm like, Goku, do you really want to borrow 10 million Zenny? Come on, man. The interest would be ridiculous if Bulma actually wanted to try it. And she's like, nah, we're not doing that. And so Krillin's kind of pissed off. It's like, he's pissed off the most that he didn't tell him about what the Tournament of Power actually was about, which we know was the destruction of, the universe. And then after he does that little touching speech, he's like, Goku then just starts just begging, like, please, Krillin, I need you on the team. And he's like, no, you should say that earlier. And then later on, when he's like, yo, please, he's after he gives out a speech, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm out, deuces, bye. I'm not going in this tournament. Nah, I'm out, sorry. And then Beerus comes in and is like, listen, Curly, it's Krillin. If you do not fight this tournament, I will kill you myself. He's like, oh, okay, I'm in. So Krillin's in there at 18, but 18's still like, nah, I ain't fine unless I'm getting handsomely compensated with that 10 million Zeti. And then Bulma's like, alright, fine, I'll pay the 10 million Zeti to whoever wants it. So everyone's good. And Beerus is still freaking out about like who are we going to get to fill up the 10 slot for the Tournament of Power. And then he says, everyone, all the Gene fighters need to be from here, and we wouldn't be in this business if you guys didn't have to go around and destroy the Frieza Force. But then, it hits Goku on who to bring the 10th member to the Tournament of Power. Frieza! Okay, let's get this into it. Okay, that's where the episode ends, by the way, so let's get into it. Frieza. Why? I know Frieza's the OG, and I know Frieza has his fans. I love me some Frieza, don't get me wrong, I love me some Frieza. Frieza's awesome, I always enjoyed watching Frieza. But for fuck's sake, does he need to always be here? He has been resurrected, 4 times now? There was Mecha Frieza back in Dragon Ball Z, Resurrection of F, and, here, and now he's going to get resurrected again in the Broly movie if he wasn't already. That's about 4 or 5 times he's been resurrected. Does he need to be here all the time? And out of all the characters of Dragon Ball, you pick Frieza? You couldn't bring back Cell? I've always preferred Cell over Frieza. Like, Goku and Frieza are like the Roman Reigns of Brock Lesnar's of Dragon Ball. By the way, this is coming from a Roman Reigns fan. I mean, I'm not some huge Roman Reigns fan, but I know I like Roman Reigns. I think he's pretty good. Do I agree he's been overly pushed? Hell yes, he should not be in The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33. But I am indeed still a Roman Reigns fan. Hopefully he gets well soon, battling leukemia. Anyway, so, why just why does he have to always be here? Now, I get why they switched out Boo, because Boo is pretty much overpowered, so I get why they switched him, but why couldn't it have just been Cell? Or maybe, hell, get some obscure villain from Dragon Ball, from OG Dragon, or better yet, look around the world and see if you can find another fire to fill that pace. Why must it be Frieza? He has overstayed his welcome far too much. Like I said, he's like Brock Lesnar. That man was Universal Champion for way too damn long with that belt, and I fucking hated him for that. And then, of course, and then you got Goku, who's been the forefront of Dragon Ball all the damn time, never sharing the spotlight or giving it to like Vegeta and Gohan. Like Vegeta and Gohan are like Seth Rollins and like Finn Balor. Let's keep up with this WWE now. So let's go with Seth Rollins and Go and Gohan. When Gohan, like we all remember back in early Dragon Ball Z, when Teen Gohan and Ultimate Gohan first came out, when Gohan was ultimately just red hot, everybody was on the Gohan hype train. We were all fans of Gohan. We were like, hell yeah, Gohan's fucking awesome. I love Gohan. He's amazing. But then Toei didn't feel like striking while the iron was hot, and Akira Toriyama didn't like that Gohan was more popular and stronger than Goku. Oh, now, great, I know the reason why Akira Toriyama didn't like keep Gohan as the main character for the rest of DBZ and did bring back Goku. If I remember correctly, Geekdom 101 said it was because he didn't think Gohan could carry the story by himself, which we know is all bullshit. We know Gohan could carry the story by himself. I mean, Gohan's such an amazing character. He can do it. Trust me. Anyway. So, so then when Super came around, they made Gohan a fucking bitch. They took every single thing that, the main reason why I fell in love with Goku the first was because how much of a badass he was. They ruined it and they just made him some nerd that can't even go Super Saiyan without looking like he just killed himself. And I'm like, and now, granted, I have been glad they have been slowly building him back up to that badass I fell in love with back when I was watching Dragon Ball Z. But at the same time, I'm like, come on, he should have never have ever been dropped. He should have never been thrown back into Goku's shadow. He should have always been ahead of Goku. I understand he's not a fighter. I get that, but you're telling me Gohan, between the time skip, couldn't at least done some mild sparring with Goku or Videl just to keep him in shape? I understand if he isn't as powerful as before. Maybe he can. Maybe he's not as strong in his ultimate form. He's not as strong as he was when he fought against Super Buu. I can understand that, but at the same time, when he's been completely brought down to pretty much what he was a kid Gohan, and even then, I understand he's probably even weaker than that with just. And for Seth Rollins, we know this was his year. This is when I really became a Seth Rollins fan. And for any of my WWE fans watching this video, you guys know, at the start of this year, Seth Rollins was red hot. Won the IC title WrestleMania, and from there, had that gauntlet match on Monday on Raw. He was red hot. Everybody was a Seth Rollins fan. This was when I was really starting to get on the Seth Rollins hype train. This is when I was like, yeah, I fucking love Seth Rollins. He's he's definitely one of my favorite wrestlers of all time now. He was the whole summer of Raw Rollins, he was just amazing. Seth Rollins was just so red hot. And every time I saw him, I would always look forward to watching Monday Night Raw just to see Seth Rollins, just to see this man wrestle more. Because I loved Seth Rollins. He was the biggest thing in the company right at that point. He was the biggest thing. But then, when it was time for SummerSlam and Brock Lesnar, instead of giving us the match we all wanted, which was a red, and the same thing happened with Gohan, where WWE didn't strike while they were outside. Instead of giving us the match we wanted, which was Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title, they were too busy throwing all their eggs inside the Roman basket and gave us Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar again. Hell, I would have taken Bobby Trashley. He is not called Lashley in this realm with Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. But no. We had to get Roman, because how dare we not push Roman down your fucking throats? Like I said, I am a Roman Reigns fan, but dear God, did they have to push him everywhere? This should have been Seth Rollins' moment. This should have been Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar, striking while they're outside. But then when Roman did win the title, to pretty much to legit shield him from the relentless boos and hate he was going to get for being the new Universal Champion, they brought back the Shield. Which I won't lie, when the Shield came back, I lost my shit. I was happy as hell seeing the Shield run back together, but I knew it was all just to shield Roman, trying to get Roman over. And now look at Roman. Seth Rollins, who was the top guy on Monday Night Raw, the top baby, said the hottest thing that would happen to WWE all year, was now inside Roman's shadow and meant nothing. He has just gone down from the red hot to just being damn near ice cold. Now, granted, he's been starting to get built back up again, and hopefully wins the Royal Rumble and ends up beating Brock Lesnar for the Universal title, but that's remained to be seen at this point. And also, during the Goku Black arc, there was such a huge wasted opportunity to not put Gohan in there. Gohan would have been perfect, and if Gohan was in there, it was in that arc. Which, by the way, like I said, that's my favorite arc of Dragon Ball period. Goku Black is my favorite. Well, I guess also technically Zamasu as well, are my favorite Dragon Ball villains of all time. I love those two. If Gohan was in that arc, now granted, this is also coming from a little bit personal bias on my part because I love Gohan so much, I would put that arc among the shonen greats, like the Chunin exams, the All Might versus All for One arc in My Hero Academia, the Sports Festival, the Sasuke Retrieval arc, and Naruto, the Fourth Grade Ninja Warrior. You can probably put him in there too, and they didn't put him in there. They kept him on the sidelines, even though he said, I've been training again. They didn't think that would have been a good idea to put Gohan there. Imagine what Gohan could have done to elevate that arc much higher than it could have been. Imagine if, when Trunks unlocked Super Saiyan Rage, instead of seeing, Goku and Gohan's bodies, or Goku and Vegeta, he sees Gohan's body lying there lifeless. He remembers what happened when future Gohan died, and he remembers he doesn't want that to happen again. So that's when he unlocks Super Saiyan Rage and just goes ham on these two. Imagine how much more badass that scene would have been if Gohan was there. This whole arc could have been elevated so much higher if Gohan was in that arc. I know this is also coming from the personal bias from my part, but I love this series, but goddamn, does this show piss me off at points? And I'm just like, why? Why, Akira Toriyama? Why, Toei, don't you do this? Push Gohan more. Push Vegeta more. Dial back on Goku. He doesn't need to save the world. Hell, even one of my closest friends, who was a huge Gohan fan, fucking hates him in Super. He finds him insufferable with not only his incompetence he's shown on Super, but almost how much he's been pushed down our throats. You see my point? Anyway, little mini rant over. I understand what. I just wish they brought back Cell. Cause I've always been a Cell guy myself. I always prefer Cell over Frieza. But why couldn't you bring him back? But no, and also apparently Frieza's gonna be in the Broly movie too. Because why the hell not? We need to put him in there. Why does he need to be in there? Why don't you bring back Cell? Or hell, bring me back Goku Black and have him face Broly. I would love to see that fight. Anyway, so that's my little mini rant over. If you guys actually want to know what my initial thoughts for when this first dropped, when the anime was airing, with subs, go back into my earlier Super reviews, and I believe it was the episode when Goku did go to went to Frieza and asked him to join him. That episode, whenever episode airs alongside that during the Toonami dub, look up there, and I talked about it there. But be forewarned, those were my reviews back then were fucking terrible. The mic quality was shit, but yeah. Anyway, so overall, like I just said, I had to get that rant out of the way, and cause I'm sick and tired of just seeing Goku get pushed so hard when other characters in Dragon Ball, and also just also Akira Toriyama's just absolute refusal to give Goku character development like it is for Vince to turn Roman heel. Anyway, so overall, I give this episode a 9 out of 10, guys. I am looking forward to next. I am definitely curious what the whole stuff with Frieza is going to be. I am interested in seeing how Frieza is going to work together with Goku, but I just feel like couldn't it have been like Cell or somebody else? Just anyway. So hope y'all enjoyed the video, and also my final verdict is a 9 out of 10 if I didn't say that already. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you like it. Links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.